Namaste students. So today we deal with the chapter that is aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acid. So you have already learned some of the concepts regarding aldehyde as well as ketones. So in your last class you have learned regarding the nucleophilic addition reaction where we were learning regarding chemical reaction. So the starting of it you have learned regarding nucleophilic addition reaction. How a nucleophile will get added to the carbonyl group which is electrophilic in nature. Okay, so the carbonyl group, so that is electrophilic in nature. In a sense, it acts as Lewis acid so that it will accept the electron. So it will take the electrons from nucleophile. So based on that, you have learned reaction regarding hydrogen cyanide, addition of hydrogen cyanide. Okay, where you will get cyanohydrin as a product. Okay, so that is the first reaction that you have learned. And the second reaction we have learned the reaction with the sodium hydrogen sulfide or sodium bisulfide. So there you have learned the formation of product with the bisulfide complex compound. Okay, so compound which is crystal in nature. Okay, so that you have learned. And after that you have learned regarding in the presence of Grignard reagent how a nucleophilic addition will take place, and in the presence of some of the alcoholic group. Okay, what will happen when an alcohol is added to the aldehyde group, so that you will get acetal as a product. So when it will be added to the ketone group, you will get ketal as a product. Formation of ketal will take place. So that reaction you have learned. Again after that you have learned regarding the reaction of your nitrogen derivatives, in the sense so ammonia derivatives formation. So instead of NH3, one hydrogen will be removed. In that place, any one of the derivatives will come and attach. It can be like alkyl, aride, or alcoholic group or hydrogen group, anything it can be. Okay, so that will be considered as derivative. So that derivative, how it will react with your aldehydic or ketonic group. So that concept also you have learned. Okay, so later you have learned regarding the concept of reduction. Okay, the chemical reaction, the second reaction is reduction concept. So based on reduction, in the sense for the first reaction where you can convert aldehyde as well as ketone into primary as well as secondary alcohol in the presence of palladium as a catalyst as well as lithium aluminum hydride as well as sodium borohydride. So in the presence of any one of this, you will be able to convert aldehyde as well as primary alcohol, ketone as well as secondary alcohol. So this is regarding reduction. So in the same concept, you have also learned regarding Clemenson's reduction, which is very important. So that Clemenson's reduction, it says that in the presence of your aldehyde as well as ketone, in the presence of zinc mercury amalgam as well as hydrochloric acid. Okay, so gaseous hydrochloric acid you are supposed to pass concentrated. Okay, so that in the presence of those group or those reagent, you are going to get CH2 group, hydrocarbons group, you are going to get CH2 formation will take place. That will be considered as Clemenson's reduction as well as Wolff-Kishner reduction. There also it says the same thing. So there, when you are using aldehyde as well as ketone, you are going to use hydrogen as a reagent. Okay, hydrogen, that is NH2NH2. Hydrogen will be used so that you will get hydrazone as a product, and in the presence of KOH, in the sense some of the alkaline medium you need, as well as you are going to use high volatile solvents like ethylene glycol should be utilized. So when it will be utilized, you are going to get again CH2 group as a product. So that will be nothing but Wolff-Kishner. So Clemenson's as well as Wolff-Kishner reduction is very important reduction. Okay, very important reaction. So next we have learned regarding the concept of oxidation. So oxidation is nothing but oxidation, how it will take place. So based on that oxidation, your aldehyde, it needs some of the oxidizing agent. Aldehyde as well as ketone, both it needs some of the oxidizing agent. If you go with the aldehyde, it can use aldehydes can utilize mild oxidizing agent also as well as strong oxidizing agent also. In the presence of both, it will get oxidized. But if you go with the ketone, it needs just strong oxidizing agent. So in the presence of only with the strong oxidizing agent, it will be able to convert as certain product. So when you go with the aldehyde, so aldehyde mainly the oxidizing agent that we are using, that is nothing but Tollens reagent, Schiff reagent as well as Fehling solution. So Tollens reagent is nothing but your ammoniated silver nitrate solutions. Okay, ammonical silver nitrate solution. So that is nothing but, see what will happen when you will add this Tollens reagent to aldehyde group. See, this question can be asked, how to test aldehyde as well as the presence of ketone. Okay, so how you are supposed to say, in a test tube aldehyde will be taken. So you are going to add Tollens reagent. Okay, so tolerance reagent will be added and it will be heated, so that if it is aldehyde group, then the aldehyde, in a sense your silver will be formed as a precipitate, so that you can observe in your test tube that silver mirror has been formed, or you will get a black precipitate. So in the presence of these two, you can identify the solution whatever they have given, that is nothing but aldehyde group. Okay, so that is having functional group with aldehyde group. So if it is not, if it is ketonic group, it won't give respective result with your ketonic group. Okay, so that is regarding tolerance reagent. In the same way, when it goes to the Fehling solution, as I have told, Fehling solution will be having two solutions, that is nothing but Fehling's A as well as Fehling B. So Fehling A is nothing but you will be having aqueous copper sulfide, and your Fehling solution B is nothing but the alkaline sodium tartarate solution will be there. So when you will mix these two with the same ratio, okay, so mix this with the same ratio. For that you are supposed to add your organic compound. It can be aldehyde or ketone. So if you are adding aldehyde, it gives a respective result. In a sense, red precipitate formation takes place in the presence of, or in the releasing of copper oxide. That is nothing but Cu2, it will get released as a precipitate. Okay, formation of red precipitate will form. So if it is present, in the presence of theta, it won't give the respective result. So that is a test where you can identify the formation, the presence of aldehyde as well as ketones. So this is regarding oxidation. So later on you have learned some of the oxidation reaction. Okay, so later the last concept that you have learned regarding the formation of the reaction which will take place with the alpha hydrogen. So mainly you have learned regarding aldol condensation. Okay, so now what does aldol condensation says? So as the name indicates, aldol condensation, so it has certain rule. Aldol condensation takes place only in the presence of alpha hydrogen. I told you with the one reaction. See now where you will be having aldehyde group or where you will be having ketone group. So next is which group will be present, which carbon will be present. So that will be considered as alpha carbon. Okay. Next way if another carbon is present, next way it goes in that. Okay. So now this carbon is known as alpha carbon, and the hydrogen which is present over with this, that will be considered as alpha hydrogen. So aldol condensation mainly it goes with the removal of alpha hydrogen in the presence of sodium hydroxide. The same thing it goes with your enol. The next to your functional group, which carbon is present, so that carbon will be considered as alpha carbon. So the hydrogen which is present over with that, so that will be considered as alpha hydrogen. So the same thing, same reaction. Okay, in both the concepts. In the presence of a base, the reaction will takes place. So now when this reaction will takes place, by that time you will get product as aldol. Okay, if you are using aldehyde as a reactant, you are going to get aldol as a product. If you are using ketonic group in the cell, you are going to get ketone as a product. So what is meant by this aldol as well as ketone? See, aldol is a paper. You will get product with beta hydroxy aldehyde. Okay, beta hydroxy aldehyde in a sense, in beta position whichever the carbon will be there, so that carbon will get OH2 as a product. Okay, so beta hydroxy aldehyde will be formed as a product. Here beta hydroxy ketone will be formed as a product. So that is known as aldol or ketone. Later condensation procedure you are supposed to do. You are supposed to heat. So when you will heat, what will happen? Water will be removed. Some of the water molecule will be removed. So that is a procedure that goes with aldol condensation. Okay. So generally, as I said, if you are using aldehyde, aldol will be formed. If you are using ketone, you are going to get ketone as a product. But generally, when we say aldol condensation, based on the reactant, you have to do the mechanism or you have to write the product. But for aldehyde as well as for ketone, both we are going to call it as aldol condensation. Okay. So here mainly the aldol condensation when we are doing the reactants, mainly here the number of reactants will be less. Two reactants if we are using in the sense, both the reactants should be same. Okay. For example, one reactant if it is ethanol and the second reactant should be ethanol itself. Okay, then only we are going to use, we are going to call it as aldol. If it is different, so then we are going to call it as cross aldol. Okay, so here See, note down aldol condensation in the sense we are going to use the same reactant. One example we have already learned with aldehyde. Okay, so today let's start with one of the ketonic group. Okay, so just glance once whatever you have learned before. So let's take one of the ketonic groups, CH3, C double bond O, CH3. Okay, so propanol I have taken now. Two molecules in the sense as I said aldol condensation if you are doing for aldehyde or it is for ketone also, the reactant should be same. Both the reactants should be same. See here, both the reactants, two reactants I have taken over here, so both the reactants are same in propanol itself. Okay, so it will be done in the presence of NaOH so that we will get some product. So we have learned the mechanism. As I told, mechanism is not important. You don't need to write in exam, but better you learn the mechanism because for CKS sometimes they give higher aldehyde as well as higher ketone. By that, if you know the mechanism, you will be able to write the certain product. Okay. So now we will go to the mechanism. I'll take one of the ketonic group. Okay, one ketonic group I will take. So what will happen in this ketonic group? From here bond will be given to oxygen. So that we will get CH3, CO minus and CH3. If we go with the carbon 1, 2, only 3 bonds are present, so it will get positive charge. Okay, so this is with one group, one propanol group. Another group is present. Okay, you just glance whatever you have done because you might have learned regarding aldol condensation is one example in last class. Okay, take second reaction. So now in this reaction, what we are going to do? Remove one of the hydrogen. So when you are removing one of the hydrogen, it comes as CH2. From where you are going to remove one of the hydrogen? From alpha carbon itself. See, here alpha carbon is present. Here also alpha carbon is present. If it is same, okay, if this groups are same, you can go with any one step if it is in any one you consider and you can consider you can continue. If this carbon as well as this carbon which is present next to it, so that is different. For example, here now methyl group is present. Now here instead of methyl group, you have ethyl group. Okay, so when you compare with this is different. Now this also should be considered as another alpha carbon, so that reaction will be done with that carbon also. Okay, that I will teach you how you are supposed to do. Now these both are same. Right? So continue. So now hydrogen you are supposed to do. Consider this only this alpha carbon now. Okay. Remove one of the hydrogen from here, so that CH2 will be formed and we get negative charge here because reduction of the hidden. So now we are going to get CH4O and CH3 plus H plus the hydrogen over here. And from here the negative over here as well as from the negative over here. Okay, as a next step. So in next step, just write down with the combined product. So whatever the reactant you have got or the product you have got, you have to write it combined form. So just write it down as CH3C O minus will be formed. Okay, O minus in the sense H plus addition will take place, OH. Okay, and see for this carbon, the whole group will be attached. So you can write it down. Okay, or else maybe you keep this reactant molecule here as well as this one here. Okay, so you will get CH3 and here CH2 C double bond O with CH3 will be formed as a product. Okay, so this is regarding the product whatever you have got. Now what will happen? See in this reaction, so we have group. Okay, see now the product whatever we have got, so this is now ketone we have taken, so that it is mentioned as ketone. Why I am telling this as ketone? Because see this is your carbon. Okay, your ketone group function group. As I said, next to it which carbon is present because with this reaction aldol condensation. So this will be considered as alpha and this carbon will be considered as beta. Right? So now in this beta position you are going to have hydroxy group. So as I said, aldol or ketone means that beta hydroxy aldehyde or beta hydroxy ketone. So because you are using ketones, it will come as beta carbon is present. So that is beta position. Beta hydroxy ketone will be formed. So this is nothing but ketone. Now on condensation you are going to remove water addition. product as CH3, the double bond formation takes place, so that it will form as CH2, C double bond O with CH3. So this is the product which goes to your chemistry. So as I told before, instead of doing this one, those who want to write the product in single step, okay, but then what you have to do, write on the reactant. This mechanism will end up with here. So I am just saying now, if you are taking those reactant and directly want to write down the product instead of doing switch. Okay. So what you are supposed to do, write down the reactant is CH3, C double bond O, CH3. Again one more time, because 2 times reactant is there, C double bond O with CH3. In the presence of NaOH as well as on meeting, removal of water molecule will be done. So this you are supposed to show. Okay. So do this. Removal of water molecule from here, from this carbon, remove the oxygen. Okay. Removal of oxygen will be done, and from here, because this is your alpha carbon which will undergo for the reaction. You can go second step. What we have in this one. From here the hydrogen has been removed. So in the sense, from here you are going to remove the hydrogen. So when you are removing the hydrogen, in the sense from here H2 you remove. Okay, H2 you remove, so that you will get CH3. See when you are removing this as well as H2 from here, this bond will come here, so that this carbon will get attached to the carbonyl group. This is your functional group. So O is not there. Instead of that, only CH3 is present. Write up CH3 down, and that double bond you give it here, the middle. Now CH3, C double bond O, CH3. Whether I am supposed to CH3 over here? No, not required. Why? Because you are going to remove H2O you are going to remove. Okay. So when you are removing H2O, in the sense by that it comes as CH. Just compare the reactant. Okay. So CH2 formation takes place as a product. Okay. Sorry, here also CH. Okay, will be formed as a product. So this is regarding mechanics. So next we are doing, that is cross aldol condensation. See, students, be thorough with aldol condensation, cross aldol condensation, as well as next the mechanism. The next reaction which comes as a Cannizzaro reaction. So these reactions are very important under aldehyde as well as aldol. Okay. So definite question will come from this. So this concept is very easy. Learn first aldol condensation properly, so that this will be easy for you. Okay. So now here what will happen? So what is the cross aldol condensation? So as I said, aldol condensation, you know the method how it goes. So mainly it takes place in the presence of alpha hydrogen. Okay. So that is the condition you need, as well as sodium hydroxide. Some of the alkali medium it is required. And as I said, aldol condensation, though it is for aldehyde, it is for ketone. So what is must over there? The reactants whatever you are using, that should be same. Okay, 2 reactants whatever you are using. If you are using ethanol, another reactant also should be ethanol itself. If one reactant is propanol, another reactant also should be propanol. So then only it will go for aldol condensation. If the reactants are different, okay, so one is aldehyde group, one is ketone group, okay, or one is ethanol and another is propanol. Both are aldehyde group, but the number of carbons will differ. Okay, so propanol, next butanol, another group will be butanol. Okay, so if it goes in this manner, then you are going to consider with cross aldol condensation. I repeat, cross aldol condensation is nothing but if the reactants are different. Okay, then we are going to deal with cross aldol condensation. If the reactants are different, then only it goes with cross aldol condensation. So the condition what is required for this also same. It should have the minimum 1 alpha carbon. Okay, we should have alpha hydrogen. Okay, and it will be done in the presence of basic itself. Okay, basic medium, alkaline medium is required, and the same procedure it goes with condensation also. Okay, so that you can remove the water molecule. So now we will go with the simple mechanism aldol condensation in the sense you used to get only one product. Here, cross aldol in the sense you are going to get a number of products that mainly based on the reactants where it will be having alpha carbon. The number of alpha carbons will vary now. Okay, so just concentrate more over here and learn this concept. These are important concepts and very easy also. You can learn it once properly and this concept is easy to go with the product. Okay, so we will give one example for this process. CH3 C double bond O, I will take hydrogen plus one more group I will take as CH3 CH2 C double bond O with hydrogen. Okay, so I have taken aldehyde. See, this is aldehyde group itself. But the thing is, here this is having only one carbon. Here it is having two carbons. This is what is the name of the compound? This is ethanol, and this is propanol. Okay, so here the reactants are different. I did not take you all the same reactant. If I am taking this as I am taking you glucose with aldol condensation. Now here I am taking different reactant. So the presence of NaOH. Okay, as well as heat will be done. Now, as I said, here if I consider, so how many alpha carbon is present? This is having the next carbon is this. So this is alpha carbon where it is. So you can identify, okay, this is alpha. Right. Next, if you go with this, for this carbon, this is the alpha. Right? So this will be having alpha hydrogen. So the main mechanism is this. Remember, as I said, cross aldol it won't give one product, it will give number of products. Why it will give number of products? Because the reactant whatever you are using, okay, first it will go self-condensation. Okay, listen. So the reactant whatever you are using, first if you are taking ethanol, so this ethanol will undergo for self-condensation first, so that you will get one product. Okay. Now here you are having one alpha carbon. So what will happen? Propanol also it will undergo. So this carbon also it will undergo self-condensation, so that you will get the product. Third step what will happen? You are going to consider this as alpha carbon. These two will react. So consider this as alpha carbon. First hydrogen you will remove from this carbon, so that you will get third product. Next step, fourth step, the same thing. Both will react with one another, so that this alpha hydrogen from this alpha hydrogen will be removed, so that you get one more. So almost two products will be formed in this reaction. So we will go with the mechanism. Okay. So the first one I will write for self-aldol condensation. I will take this reactant. Okay. So CH3 C double bond O with hydrogen. So what will happen? Self-aldol is the same reactant as supplied again. Okay. So that it will undergo for self-aldol condensation. If you want to write this self. Okay. Self-aldol condensation. So now here what will happen? See. You can write anything in your memory. This word is small to write all the mechanisms. Okay. Now here, see, according to our mechanism, what will happen first? So one reactant if you are taking the sense from here, one oxygen bond will be removed, so that you will get a negative charge. One set of reaction. Okay. So here you will get negative charge and carbon will be formed as positive charge. Get positive charge. Okay. Here what will happen? From this, you are going to remove one of the hydrogen. When one hydrogen will be removed, CH3 will become as CH2. Okay, one hydrogen you are removing. So this hydrogen will be removed as a second step, so that proton H will be formed and you will get negative. Now what will happen? This will be attacked over here, and this hydrogen whatever has been removed will be attacked over here. So write product carefully. CH3 C O, okay, see, single bond, double bond oxygen you have removed, okay, so double bond you have removed and you have given that, so that you will get single bond, and this will get negative charge, and that negative charge will be attracted by this hydrogen, so that will be formed. So now this group will attach to the carbon here, so hydrogen I write down, okay, so write down. Next, what is remaining? CH2, should I write hydrogen? No, this one has been removed. So C double bond condensation. Okay, so you'll be removing water molecule from where? OH. See, this is simple step. All condensation, whatever I have done, so that I'm doing in a single step. That's it. In single reaction, because you need to write 4 products, right? For that reason. Okay, so remove H2O molecule. So it comes as CH3, CH. Okay, you have removed OH from here. So when you are removing this bond will come like this. Double bond formation will take place. From here, see, one hydrogen you have removed, so that water molecule formation will take place. CH. So here you will get C double bond O with H. So this is your first product. Okay, one product you have got. Okay, so this is first product. Next, we'll go for second. Okay, so as I will write, you can give pause and you can check with the product. Go with the mechanism. Try to write by yourself. Okay, pause it and try to write by yourself. Okay, so I'll write for the second one. Second one in the sense, this reactant again it will have to go for self-aldol condensation. Self-aldol condensation. Now take that reactant. CH3, CH2, C double bond O with H. Now what I'm supposed to do? Self in the sense this will react with itself. Okay, in the sense one more of this reactant CH3, CH2, C double bond O with hydrogen. So same steps will continue. So what will happen first? See, carbon, right? From here you are going to remove bond, so that will be a negative charge, and here positive. Those are getting confused. Okay, why is negative charge has been formed as well? Why if you are learned aldol condensation properly, this is 2 steps. First, we take this reactant, remove of oxygen, write on the product. Take this reactant, remove the hydrogen, write on the product. Again, combine the charges. Okay, then you write. So it goes with many steps, but if you are getting confused, you can go with that method also. Okay, so this will be from here. We are going to remove hydrogen. From 3 it will become 2. So one hydrogen has been removed. So that you get negative charge. And you are removing the hydrogen so that it will get positive charge. So now what you are going to do? This negative charge will get back over here. So write down the product based on that. CH3, CH2. Okay. Whether I have done proper now? See. Good, I have done a mistake so that you will understand the concept of it. See. Here I have removed hydrogen from here. Whether it is correct? No. From where you are supposed to remove alpha and the hydrogen from alpha carbon itself. So whether this is alpha carbon? No, this is beta. So here the alpha carbon exists. So I am supposed to remove hydrogen from itself. Okay. So here from here I am going to remove a hydrogen. So that will be a positive charge and here negative charge will be from here. The bond will get attached to the carbon. So now you just write down CH3, CH2, CO minus, right? For this minus, H plus has been added so that you will be OH. See, this reaction needs time to learn properly. Okay, take your own time and learn. So H will be formed. Now, the hydrogen what is present, I will just write down hydrogen. So now, see this minus got attached to the carbon. This minus is this carbon. So write down this carbon itself. So CH. Hydrogen has been removed. You can make it up, by aroma. So CH. For this, C double bond O, H as it is right down. But this CH also got CH3. So that is written down. Okay. Now remove H2O on condensation. Remove the water molecule will be done. So that you do this and you will get product with CH3, CH2, CH, and this bond will be given here so that double bond formation takes place and H2O, right? So you will get C with the CH3, C double bond O with H. So this is the second product. Okay, understood? So here this reactant will have to go for self-aldol condensation. Okay, as well as this reactant will have to go for self-aldol condensation. Now self-aldol condensation over. Okay, so if you want, pause it, write down by yourself. Next we will try with cross order condensation. Now till now we have done just the order condensation only. Okay. Next we have to go with cross order. The mechanism is same, but the reactant whatever you are taking, then you should be very careful. Okay. The alpha hydrogen whatever you are coming to writing, then you are supposed to be careful. So try to write by yourself with the product. Now, as I said, self over. Next, cross order. Third product is nothing but cross order. Don't bind the reactant as well as product. They will never ask the same reactant as well as product. If you can't say, okay, it can be something else also, so that you should be able to enter the product. Now, cross order in the sense, these two will react. Okay, so how it will react? Write down the reactant first. So this is equal to H plus CH3, CH2, C double bond O with H. So now here we have to write, say cross order should be done. Consider this alpha carbon. Okay, from here you want to remove hydrogen. Okay, so that procedure is same. Remove the bond so that you will get negative charge and positive charge. This is alpha carbon, right? Okay, because you are taking cross now. You are not taking same reactant. So this and this you are taking. Now from here remove the hydrogen. Okay, remove the hydrogen will be done so that it will get positive charge and this carbon will get negative charge. Okay, so now what will happen? This negative charge will get attacked over here. You will get CH3, C, O minus, but that minus got attacked with this hydrogen so that you will get OH. Okay, next this will be attacked for this down. So write down hydrogen down and here CH. C double bond O with hydrogen. For this CH3 whatever it is there. Now, okay. Now on condensation you are going to remove water molecule. So remove water molecule from here. So what will be the product? CH3, C. So this bond you give here. Don't forget to give this